Now it's time for sports on News Channel 6.
So imagine you're playing a fast-paced sport like football, but you can't see anything right in front of you. That'd be pretty difficult. But for King, he's not letting that slow him down. Less than a week ago, the NCAA changed their recruiting guidelines in response to COVID-19 concerns. Instead of face-to-face visits, all recruitment moves to the phone or email until at least April 15th. It's called a recruitment dead period, and it's causing problems for Texoma athletes who are trying to get recruited. Breaking tonight, one of the longest-standing high school basketball coaches in Texoma is about to retire. Alyssa, this matchup a few weeks earlier than we normally see because of realignment, both teams not in the same district, but they wanted to play this game because of an Archer County rivalry. Why not? The future is bright for Wichita Falls' new indoor professional soccer team. So bright, head coach Brandon Schwartzendruber had to wear shades when the team signed its third player today. Whether it's just coming out to a soccer field and kicking the ball around, or just tossing the ball around, athletic trainer Josh Burris says it's important to keep those muscles active so you're not risking injury if sports do return. And that's the case with the Midwestern State women's basketball team, whose 62-61 loss to Tarleton State today marks the end of their season and the end of the careers for the two seniors. Well, one of those teams playing their first game this Friday is the Northside Indians, and one of their seniors will have a different view when he hits the field.
Just getting to run the ball and hit people and stuff, I just enjoy it.
Trevor King is like most high school football players, athletic and just loves the game. In his senior season for the Northside Indians, he's getting the opportunity to move from lineman to running back.
He's able to carry the load for us this year. I mean, we're going to rotate probably 4 or 5 backs this year, but, you know, he's the kid that's going to go out there and get us started for sure.
Depend on him to be there to do anything. He's always volunteer, you know, to help do this, help do that.
But there's one thing that makes Trevor different from his teammates.
It's called Stargardt's macular degeneration. Things in the middle of my sight's kind of blurry and sometimes not there, but I can see everything on the outside, out of my peripherals.
Is it pretty rare?
Very rare, but it's crazy because me and my sister both have it now.
Stargardt is a progressive vision loss disease. The photoreceptors in the retina, which are in the back of your eye, start dying because of a mutation in the ABCA4 gene. About 32,000 Americans are affected by this condition. So imagine you're playing a fast-paced sport like football, but you can't see anything right in front of you. That'd be pretty difficult. But for King, he's not letting that slow him down.
Try to do the best I can to show other kids if they have something that could slow them down, not to let it, just push through it. Anyone can conquer anything.
He's got way harder life than I do, and he's just got a smile on his face, laughing, joking around. So I was like, well, what do I got to be sad about or joking around, you know? So, I mean, he's a really good kid. He's a good inspiration for not only me, you know, but the other kids also.
When Alex Charlton took the graduate assistant football job at Midwestern State University, he expected to spend March and April on this field for spring ball. But instead, he's gone from the sideline to the front line.
Federal government is also deploying approximately 1,000 personnel to New York. That's doctors, that's nurses, it's respiratory technicians.
And Charlton was one of many nurses who answered the call.
This is it. Let's go and let's just do what I can to help. I'm a small part of what so many people are doing.
When he arrived in the city that never sleeps, it was an experience he thought he would never witness, and one he won't soon forget.
I mean, there's nobody on the streets, there's nobody in the subways, buses are empty, obviously everything's closed down. I mean, you'd expect all that, but I mean, it's just so different.
He is now at Mount Sinai Hospital in the middle of Manhattan, the epicenter of the New York hotspot. And though he is treating more than just COVID-19 patients, he says one thing is noticeably different.
You treat everybody as they have coronavirus because you just don't know.
After seeing it firsthand, he understands even more why staying at home is necessary.
They make a big deal of the social distancing is they just don't want a huge influx. If everybody in America at once runs to the hospitals, there's going to be a line through the next county and probably further at every hospital, and it's just bad outcomes will happen.
Charlton says he's scheduled to stay in New York till May 30th, but will stay longer if they need him, and will continue his football work from the Big Apple while looking forward to the day he can get back on the field with his fellow Mustangs. Brian Shrull, News Channel 6.
Go! Next! Come on 3, 1, 2, 3, come right!
Those are some of the sights and sounds from the first practices of the 2019 high school football season. Summer's winding down. Football is back. I hope you're excited because I know I am. But I wanted to know just how excited some of the players are. So I asked them what emoji would describe their excitement.
Probably the one with the sunglasses.
I don't know, the cowboy emoji, like where he's smiling, has the cowboy hat on.
I guess just the real happy one, the smiley one. Shows a bunch of teeth, so yeah.
Straight face. Straight face.
Why?
Ready to go, ready to hit. Ain't worry about nobody, straight face.
I don't think there'd be one. I'm pretty excited for this.
I guess like kind of head explosion, like that it's finally real, like it's now senior year and this is all I got.
Those are some good ones. I think if I had to choose one, I'd go with this one. I love some football, especially Texas high school football. I'm ready to nerd out on this upcoming season. But speaking of the upcoming season, before any team hits the field to start the regular season, we'll preview them. The Blitz on 6 preseason previews starts this Wednesday and will run until the first week of the regular season. So here's the schedule for the first preseason previews. This Wednesday, it's the private school 6-man teams with Notre Dame at 6, Wichita Christian at 10. And then Thursday, it's all the UIL 6-man teams with Class 1A Division II at 6 p.m., Division I at 10. Then we move to 11-man on Friday with the Monday Moguls and the Quanah Indians. Switching to the professional level, and the Dallas Cowboys training camp rolls on, and it does so without Ezekiel Elliott. The running back continues to hold out, and the Cowboys continue to work without him. With less than a week until Dallas's first preseason game, the other running backs on the roster, like recent draft picks Tony Pollard and Mike Weber, are getting extra reps and gaining confidence as an NFL player.
I think what happens is that the more that they do it, the better they're going to make mistakes, but they make mistakes and they grow. And I think that where you gain confidence. I think you gain more confidence by failing and seeing what you did wrong and then correcting it. And then when you do it right the next time, your confidence shoots through the roof.
You can find more coverage of the Cowboys training camp plus all of our preseason previews once they all run on the News Channel 6 app.